Greetings YouTube, Sega Zombie here and welcome back guys to another video, and this video is covering the first London Gamer Market of 2025. Let's go!
You alright, bud? Good to see you, bro.
How you doing? Good?
Yeah, not bad.
So there we go guys, there was a bit of a video montage there, as you will, of the London Gamer Market, March the 16th, 2025, this Sunday just gone. And me and Al, Ustar Gamer, bless him, he drove all the way down from the depths of Norfolk to pick me up in sunny Suffolk, and then he drove all the way down the glorious A12 to London. And we decided to set out early on the early bird ticket. Now, Al booked these tickets weeks, months in advance, and he said, look Scott, I'm going to go for the early bird just so that we don't have to worry about the different time slots. We'll get there when we get there, and hopefully we can just stroll in. But the last minute we decided to go early. So yeah, it's been a couple of years since I've gone into the London Gaming Market on an early bird, and wow, what an experience. It really was. We got there just after 10:30, I'd say, probably sort of 10:40, and we walked straight in, no hassle, no queues, but it was rammed, guys. It was absolutely rammed in this market. It's not been like that for a while, or not that I've experienced, but it might be because we usually go a little bit later, but that was crazy busy. It was really difficult to get to some of the stalls to begin with. But after a bit of time, the crowds did die down somewhat, which was great. And the video footage I got, which is not a lot, was when the crowds had died down. It was that rammed, you just couldn't film. Yeah, yeah, it was definitely interesting. It was intense at times, it really was. But the London Gamer Market never disappoints. It's always a really good event. Negatives. The negatives were there was a couple of stalls there that I thought were ludicrous. I'm not going to name any names, but there was a couple of stalls there. Their prices weren't just above like eBay or CX. They were double, guys. Double the prices. There was some really strange pricing there this time. And I know others have criticised the London Gamer Market for the pricing. But do you know what? I've always felt that the prices were pretty reasonable and fair. You can always haggle a deal. But when something's double the price that you want to pay, it's really hard to negotiate or haggle anything. So that was a negative of the event. There will be a couple of others actually. One that I'm really, really disappointed with. It's a very nostalgic thing I got, and we'll share that in a bit, guys. But I think the common theme with this market was I wanted to look for the niche, the more undesirable maybe, or the more sort of like not what was on everyone's radar. That's not how it panned out. I bought an awful lot of Nintendo. I really have. I cannot believe how much Nintendo I've bought. There is some Sega. Don't worry about that, guys. There's a little bit of Sega, a nice Sega title at the end, which I'll share with you guys. But as from this footage you're going to see right now, it was definitely looking at the niche and the unusual. And this first little bit of B-roll here, this was an interesting stall. This stall had some really old vintage video game stuff. And I want to share that with you guys right now. As you can see there, guys, there was some awesome stuff. The artwork on some of that stuff is glorious. All that Commodore, the Amiga, the video pack stuff. That is something you don't always see at these type of markets. And it was great to see it there. Yeah, so sort of like a bit of a common theme was I was looking at so much Japanese stuff with Al. It was unbelievable. From Famicom to Super Famicom. I was trying to hunt down a game for a few mates as well that couldn't unfortunately make it to the London Gamer Market. There was a lot of people that couldn't make it this time round, which was a shame because it's a great social event. So yeah, I was on the lookout for Al's Arcade and some of the other guys, and unfortunately I couldn't find them. But delving into the Japanese stuff was really interesting. Here's a bit of footage actually of me looking at a load of PC Engine stuff. And some Super Famicom. Though I didn't buy any PC Engine stuff, it was great to look at that. It was a console I did really love collecting for, and maybe down the line I might get back into it. But I loved collecting for the PC Engine. It was great to look through some of the games for that. Also, like I mentioned, I was keeping a close eye out on stuff from a good friend, Al's Arcade, Alex. There was a couple of titles he was after on the Super Famicom. Unfortunately, they weren't there, but you were spoiled for choice. There was an awful lot of Famicom and Super Famicom games there, which was great to see. As always, at the London gaming market, they tend to have lots and lots of stuff catering for that. Who did we meet? Well, as always, there was Tootie UK there with his good mate Daz, and also Rob, he was there as well. They all stalled out, and it was good to catch up with them guys, because it's been quite a while actually since I last went to a London gamer market. So it was really good to speak to them guys. I had some bits for Tootie that he had spotted in the retro realm that he wanted, so I took them down for him, and he cut me some great deals on some stuff. We also, there was quite a few people actually that came up to me, shook my hand, would say, "Hi Scott, how are you?" or "Hello Sega Zombie." A couple of them I didn't catch their names, but one of them did. He introduced himself. I think his name was Tony, but he's Whizbit Gaming, I believe, on YouTube. It was good to have a good chat with him. But it's just a great event. It was great just to chat to randoms, you know, strangers, people that all share this similar passion in this great hobby, whether that be just a games collector, a video game player, or just if you're on a nostalgia hunt. And there was lots to have in common. But I did bump into Ed Hunts. He was stalling out with Coxie, One Up Gaming. They were there. I had a bit of a chat with them, as you'll see in the footage. So yeah, it was a great day. You know, me and Al had a great day, and there was loads of stuff purchased. And I think we need to get into what I've picked up. And I think first of all, we're going to go with something that Tootie surprised me on. Now, he done a video, God, it's got to be ages ago, over a year ago, it's got to be. And he showcased this. And that is a display sort of case for Atari games. And you push the lever, and the games, let's do this without them all falling out, will push out so you can grab them basically. He didn't include all these games. These are some of my loose games. But yeah, I got that off Tootie. And he done me a cracking deal on that. Really chuffed with that. I know when he showed this off on his video, I love sort of cassette tape cases and all these old school display cases. Love them. So really chuffed to add that to the collection. So that's sitting right there. That was kind of early on that I picked that up. But the first two games I purchased actually were off my good mate Alan Hardcastle, and that was these two games. You're going to see a familiar theme here. There was a lot of NES. I said to Al as we was going down there, because a load of us have been getting into NES again. It seems the real buzz at the minute in my circle and with my friends. We're all playing lots of NES. Actually, I'm going to share a bit of B-roll now, actually, of some of the NES carts that I was browsing through on Sunday. See, there was a game in particular there for a Mr. Retro Chef roller games released by Konami on the NES. Apparently, according to Chef, that's a hidden gem, and he's made everyone go out and buy it. I've already got it, so I didn't need to buy it that day, but I thought I'd highlight that game. But yeah, the first two games I got off my good mate Alan, who was stalling out there. He's always at the London Gamer Market as well. He's a local lad as well. Often pops into the shop and we'll have a chat. But the first 2 NES carts I got off him were Akari Warriors. So I thought I had this, but I didn't. I checked my little nostalgic NES setup there, but it's not there. So what I'm kind of doing, to just remind people, because it's been a while since I've done any videos really, the nostalgic NES games I am after, I want boxed complete. Anything else on the NES, whether that be like American NTSC or a game that someone's recommended to me, I'm just going to go for loose cart. So I've heard this is a Kraken port on the NES, Akari Warriors, a game I loved. I love most versions of this actually, on the 8-bit micros and that. So I thought I'll give that a try. So we've got Akari Warriors, and then this is a manga that I loved also back in the day, and that's Golgo 13, the Professional. No idea what this game is like, guys. Absolutely no idea. But I thought I'd add that and give it a go. Why not? Alan done me a great price on them. I think he had 15 each on them, and he done them for 25 for the 2. Well, not a bad deal. Sticking on the theme of NES, because there's a lot of it. A couple more loose NES carts. I was chatting to a few lads actually, again talking about the NES, and one of them, I can't remember who it was, but one of them said, have you ever played Crackout on the NES? And I was like, listening, and they were saying it's a bit like Arkanoid Breakout sort of clone game. And I was like, wow, I had Crackout on the ZX Spectrum. So I thought, wow, I can't believe this is on the NES. I need to play it. I really loved Crackout on the Spectrum back in the day, and I never knew it was out on the NES. So that was one of the games I had in mind before we set out to the London Gamer Market that I wanted to get. And lo and behold, it was there. It was £10. So I grabbed it, guys. So we got Crackout on the NES. And then I'm a sucker for, you know, movie and TV licensed games. I can't help it, especially the old school games. And when I saw Airwolf, I had to get it. Now I know that the micro versions of Airwolf are dire. The game's like near on impossible. I don't know what it's like on the NES, and nor did Al. I said to Al, do you know anything about this game? And he didn't. So is this Palais? Yeah, this is a Palais game. So for a tenner, I thought, why not? Let's give that a blast. So we've got some Airwolf. Now, before we move on with more NES, the rest is all boxed actually. It's all boxed NES. We're going to come to a bit of a disappointment, guys. Now, one of the items that I got yesterday was, I couldn't believe it. When I see that, see Console Passion, they have a massive presence there at the London Gamer Market. I do believe they're the guys behind setting it up actually. And they always have a massive area, and they have lots and lots of displays behind the tables with really cool stuff. I come close to buying a twin Famicom, I really did, but I thought, no, I'm not going to be buying another console, not just yet. I'm loving just collecting for the NES at the moment, so a twin Famicom and all the disc games and all that. It's a rabbit hole that I'm not going to go down just yet, but I was very tempted, guys. They had some really cool ones of those. And then I spotted this. And that is Demon Driver. I can remember having this back in the day as a really little kid. I think it was a hand-me-down, actually. I can't remember. I don't think it was bought for me new. I believe it was handed down to me by a neighbour, because I do remember when I was really little, our neighbours, they had older sons, because this is predominantly, this came out in 1976, I believe. Yeah, I'm sure it was like 76, 78. And unfortunately, and I'm a bit concerned actually, because this has got Really, really warm, guys. So I'm going to take the batteries out now. But unfortunately, this doesn't work. I'm really gutted. Yeah, I've got to take the batteries out of there. That is really warm. Just from those 2 batteries. So it takes 2C batteries in the back here. The terminals are really clean. The game looks really clean. Oh, but it's got a smell. I don't know what that smell is. Electrical smell in there. But this is Demon Driver, guys. And as you can tell, it doesn't work. I'm really gutted. It's the first time I've ever purchased anything from a London gamer market that doesn't work. So I don't really know what I've got to do. Because this wasn't cheap. I paid £40 for this. I don't normally pay out for things like this, but this was such a nostalgic piece. And it brought... Just seeing that box and open it up and seeing this. Unfortunately, I didn't have batteries in it, so I couldn't test it there and then. But I'm really, really gutted that this don't work. It's so annoying. Like I said, I've never ever had anything not work at a London gamer market before. So I don't really know what to do. I'm hoping I can get hold of Console Passion online somehow. There must be an email address. If any of you guys down below in comments can let me know if you know Console Passion or a way that I can get hold of them. Like I said, I haven't checked yet. You know, I've not chased them or anything because I've only just found out before doing this video that this does not work. I'm absolutely gutted. I really am. I was buzzing when I saw this, and the fact that it doesn't work, it's heartbreaking. It is really, really disappointing. Where should we put that? Should we put that there? Is that going to sit there? Just about, I think. So yeah, that unfortunately is a bit of a negative, guys. I really am gutted. Really gutted that don't work. But hopefully the guys at Console Passion, once I get hold of them, can sort that out for me. Because, you know, if it was a tenner or something, I wouldn't be too fussed. But it was £40. So I'm definitely going to chase them up and see what they can do. See if they can help me out. It's not so much the money, it's the fact that it don't work. You know, I really couldn't wait to hear that like winding sound and the crashing of the car. But yeah, gutted about that, guys. Or if there's anyone out there that knows how to fix it or could take a look at it, that would be even better. That would be awesome. But so we're going to move away from Demon Driver because I'm really gutted about that. I can't believe it. I even went out and bought loads of these batteries. Luckily I did buy 3 packs of them because you never know, it might be the batteries, but it's completely, well, it just gets really hot. So, and you can smell it. If I had smell-o-vision, guys, you'd know that sort of electronic overheating smell is what it's got. Anyway, we're moving on from that onto some of the other awesome bits and pieces that I picked up. And in the background, guys, I've been collecting some of the Universal Monster sort of horror figures that were, I think they were Burger King. They were definitely fast food. And I've had Wolfman and the creature from the Black Lagoon. I've had them for a while now, and they came in the shop. And I've always been looking out for the others. And I managed to pick up at the London Gamer Market, which you would have seen actually as I went around the event. There was a guy selling loads of loose figures, and I managed to find these. So we got Frankenstein and Dracula, and he done me a great price on these. I think these are from the 90s maybe. Yeah, 97. It is Burger King. Burger King 1997. So you got like a glow in the dark Frankenstein's monster there, which I think is awesome. And we've also got Dracula. So I paid £10 for those, I believe. So a £5 each. So I thought that was really good. I'll show you now actually, guys, them sitting all together so you can see the others. So yeah, that is the little toys. Ooh, the little toys I got from the London Gamer Market. It's always good to pick up something like that. God, I keep looking at that Demon Driver, guys. I'm gutted that don't work. I really am. But let's get back to what else we picked up. Now these I have not checked yet, neither. But the terminals are all good. And I got these off Rich King Retro Stall, actually. I bought a number of bits off him. And I got these plug-in plays. Now this is the Activision one. Might do a little follow-up video, just a little short video on these. I can't remember what games are on this. Be interesting to find out, but when I see that it was Activision, oh, wouldn't it be great if Hero was on there and Pitfall? So, yeah, we got that one. And then we also got the Capcom one. Now, I had this one years ago, actually, and I'm pretty certain these are arcade ports on here. And you've got 1942... Ghosts and Goblins and Commando, and I'm pretty certain they're the arcade ports if I remember rightly. But look how cool that is. So yeah, really chuffed with that. And then yeah, it's got a little port in there. If any of you guys know what that does, you've got like a little, what looks like a cartridge port. So yeah, I need to test these. I haven't had a chance yet to see if they'll work. I got those two for 20 quid, which I thought weren't bad. I think the Capcom one's worth that on its own. So, yeah, I was really chuffed with that. Haggled a deal there with Rich King Retro. Next, we move on to some more NES. And another game I got off Rich. And this one is one of my nostalgic NES games. And this is one, again, on the journey down when me and Al was talking about what games did we want to look out for. This was one of them. There was two in particular NES games I wanted to get. And one of them was there lots last time. You usually see it, but I didn't see it anywhere. I see it loose, but it's got to be boxed and it's got to be complete when it's nostalgic NES. And that game is Disney's DuckTales. So finally, I've added this to my nostalgic NES wall up there. I will show that shelf at the end actually and show you guys where I'm at. Still a few to go. This Rich had up for 30 quid. But because I bought a number of bits off him and the last item which I'm going to share with you guys, he done me a cracking deal on this. So as you can see, it's an honest copy. Now it has got a bit of damage there, which is why I haggled the price. If this had been in better condition, I'd have paid his 30 quid asking price. But because of that, I knocked him down a bit. The manual's okay. It's all there. It's got a little bit of rufflage, but nothing too bad, guys. It's got its little plastic sleeve. But it is missing flappage. There is a flap missing. So yeah, Rich done me this for 20 quid. And I thought that was bad because I think it goes for about 15, 20 quid, just the cart. So I was really pleased to add DuckTales to my nostalgic NES. And I'm sure at some point in the future I might be able to upgrade it. Because like I said, the box is a little bit below where I'd want it to be. Especially on this game. It's a cracking game, DuckTales. I love it on the NES. So many memories of that game. I just love the mechanic of you using McDuck's walking stick like a pogo stick. I just thought that was so great. And it is a challenging and a difficult game, but it kind of, you never feel robbed in that game. I always felt like it was because you weren't good enough if you died. I don't know, I could be wrong. And then we managed to get in this deal. I managed to get 10 quid knocked off these. And again, this was through Alan Chang. Yeah, Alan was there actually. Alan Chang, I forgot to mention him. And he was looking after someone's stall. And I spotted these two NES games. And the guy that actually run this, Alan said, look, I'm just minding the stall while the guy goes and have a break. I'm sure he'll come back. So Alan put these aside to me, and I went back later to pick these up. And the guy was really a really nice guy actually. We chatted to him for a while, and he done me 50 quid on these two. So knocked me a tenner off. And another game off the nostalgic set is done for the NES, and that is Tiny Toons Adventure. Loved this game back in the day. This was actually one of my younger brother's favourite games on the NES. It really was. He loved this back in the day. Again, this is in really, really nice condition. This is the kind of condition I'm looking for the nostalgic NES. I don't mind a little bit of shelf wear and a little crease here and there, but ultimately you want them in really great condition. Now it's all complete with its sleeve, but this one has got a little bit of sun fade on the cartridge there, which that doesn't bother me. It's got both its flaps, which is great. And yeah, this is the condition I'm looking for, guys. But this was a great little platformer back in the day. And do you know what? I've not played this game since. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this one holds up. So yeah, basically that cost me 25 quid. And then... Whee! And then the other game in that deal was this one. And Alex, Ustar Gamer, says this is one of his favourite games on the NES. I've never played this on the NES. I've played it in the arcades. And I've played the ZX Spectrum port of this game. And I didn't think much of it. And I was like, Scott, this game is one of my favourite NES games. And it plays better than the arcade. So I can't wait to give this a try. And that is Bionic Commando. Now, I would have normally got this cart only, but because this was a fantastic deal, I think 25 quid for Bionic Commando is a good deal. Let's open it up, guys. Because sometimes I do believe these, and they all came with their protectors, which is great. But yeah, again, it's got a bit of wear. Little bit of wear on the side there. The other sides are good, so I'm happy with that. This one again has got its sleeve. Its cartridge is really nice. A manual, all in lovely condition, and that is, you know, that is absolutely perfect for me. That really is. And like I said, if I don't think it's that great, I'll just move it on. Do you know what I mean? But I've been assured by Al that I'm going to love this game, so I'm looking forward to getting into Bionic Commando. Let's cover up Demon Driver, shall we? I'm still gutted about that. Bloody Demon Driver. And then a deal that I done with Tootie, and Tootie looked after me fantastically with these games. He really did, because obviously he done me a deal on the Atari case. And then he done me a fantastic deal on the final nostalgic NES game that I picked up at London. So we're getting closer and closer, guys. We really are. And this is one I really wanted to get. And that is RC Pro-Am. A lot of people will say this is one of the best racers on the NES. And I think it was this, Turbo Racing, and Super Off-Road. I think they were the only races I ever played on the NES. So I couldn't tell you if there was anything any better. This is in a crinkly bag. But as you can see, apart from a bit of damage on the bottom there, this is actually really crispy. This is really nice. Really nice condition. Oh no! No, I didn't notice this. Tootie, you rascal. This one's got no manual. I'm going to have to hunt a manual. I'm going to have to do a Tootie here. And Frankenstein something together. Because this is in lovely condition. So I didn't notice that. That has got no manual. But I will hunt down a manual for this. Because this is in lovely condition. The RC Pro-Am game. I didn't show the cart, did I? Because I was so shocked that it didn't have a manual in there. So yeah, there's the cartridge. Lovely condition. Really, really nice. We just got to hunt down that bloody manual. So hopefully we can get hold of one of them. Hopefully it won't be too much. But like I said, Tootie done me a fantastic deal on these. So I'm more than happy. So we'll put that up there. And then finally, I finally got a game so I can play my 3DO. Because I bought my 3DO at the last London Gamer Market I went to, and I still have no games for it. I've tested it, made sure it all works. I think there was like a demo disc thing in there if I remember rightly. But I didn't actually have any games. So I picked up what I regard as one of the best games on the 3DO, and I was really chuffed that Tootie had this, and that is Road Rash. This is a great version on the 3DO. And like I said, ignore these prices. Tootie done me a stellar on these, so I'm really chuffed with that. This one's all complete. I did check this one with its manual in really nice condition, actually, the manual. So I got my first 3DO game, guys. There was other 3DO games there, and I was very tempted because you just do not see these in the wild. I kind of wish, that was one of my regrets actually, I wish that I did pick up a couple more 3DO games. You'd see in the footage actually a couple of 3DO games that I did ponder over. I'll share that with you now.
Pinocchio, 350. 95, Conquest.
So yeah, I was pondering over those two. There was a couple on Rich King Retro stall as well, but they were in poor condition, so I left those. But yeah, really chuffed to get some Road Rash. And now I can finally play the 3DO, which is awesome. And then that leads us on to the final game, my final pickup of the London Gamer Market. And this had to be done, guys. I had to get some Sega. I was desperately trying to find some Sega that I needed. And it's not easy, guys. I thought it'd be a dead cert. Let's just aim for Master System, because there's still an awful lot of Master System games I want to get. I didn't see any. I didn't see any big hitting Master System games. And I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. It was all the same old games. Every stall seemed to have the same 30, 40 titles. So that was a bit of a disappointment as well. I was gutted that I didn't add to the Master System. But I did pick up a Genesis game, guys. Now, this is a game that was not released in a UK PAL. It was only released in Japan and America, and I've got the Genesis version of this. I wasn't sure actually. I remember laughing with Rich because this was the last thing I got off Rich King Retro, and again he done me a fantastic deal on this. I'm just looking at this box art in awe. This game looks absolutely stunning, guys. I did have this years ago, I know I did, and I think actually I had it loose cart, so that's where the confusion come. But I was like really worried that I already owned it, maybe Japanese, but I didn't. I went through all my games as soon as I got home, and I do not own this game. I'm really chuffed to own this game now, and it's staying forever in the Sega wall, and that is Kadash. And this is a game that you do not see very often, guys. It's the first time I've seen it at a London Gamer Market, that's for sure. This is in fantastic condition. Look at the manual. Minty fresh. Oh, until a little crease in the corner. But yeah, no, that's lovely. Really good condition. On the manual, the cart also looks really sound. Really nice label on there. Really pleased with this. I am over the moon to add Kadash. This was originally an arcade game. It's kind of like an action platformer, I believe, what I remember. I'm really looking forward to it. Released by Taito in 1992. I I remember this looking really good, but look at that box art, guys. I cannot get over that box art. It's glorious. Absolutely glorious. Reading the blurb on the back, and I'll put some gameplay footage up, guys. The human world was happy, but the demons never forgot that they once shared the light. Then one rose among them, the Balrog. He promised his followers a human kingdom if he could mingle his blood with that of a human king and kidnap the princess Salza, taking her to the dreaded castle Kadash. The wise king of Durzar loved his Salza. He vowed to give his entire kingdom to the one who would save his princess. Many brave heroes have disappeared into the depths on this quest. You have volunteered to bring the Princess Salza back to the light, but time is growing short. So there we go, guys. There is Kadash, the last game that I picked up at the London Gamer Market to share with you guys. And it's Sega. And I am chuffed sick to add that to the Sega wall, boys. So that's it. What did you think? What did you think of my pickups? Let me know. Did you go to the London Gamer Market? Please let me know if you went. Let me know in comments down below your experiences of the London Gamer Market. I'm really, really pleased with what I got. The one little bit of fly in the ointment was that Demon Driver doesn't work. Gutted about that. But I will update you all, guys, in how I get on with Console Passion and getting that sorted. But, you know, a great day out. A massive thank you has to go out to Ustar Gamer. Al, he's a legend. And it was great to all of you that I met. I met loads of you, spoke to loads of people at London. And it was great. Until the next time, guys, I'm Sega Zombie. Goodbye. So as promised, guys, at the end here, let's show you my nostalgic NES. So we've got Turbo Racing, Maniac Mansion, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Punch-Out!, Gremlins 2, Super Mario 3, Bure Fighter, Captain Skyhawk, Rescue, what a game, loved that. Blades of Steel, one of my favourite games on the NES, Castlevania, Super Off-Road, Isolated Warrior, Robocop 2, Super Mario Brothers 2, Batman, another great game, Paperboy, Russian Attack, Robocop, the original, which really needs to go here. So we'll plonk that in place. We've got my one and only Super Nintendo game, Batman Returns, which I got for an absolute steal. So we're going to move that. And we're going to place in RC Pro-Am. That can go there. DuckTales. Can't wait to play that again. Tiny Toons Adventure. Bionic Commando. Need to find a home for the loose carts. Maybe they'll stack down there, but the NES collection's coming along nicely now, boys.